Friends, if you are finding yourself very weak and helpless, thinking of doing something but unable to do it, or say that you lack self-confidence and are facing failure everywhere, then you must listen to this true story once in your life. It will not only make you successful, but it will awaken the self-confidence within you. And you also know that to do something great in the world, to achieve something great, to become something great, it is very important to have strong self-confidence. So without wasting time, let us move towards that true story. In ancient times, a young man named Hemu lived in a village on the banks of the Niranjana River. For your information, there is a banyan tree near the Niranjana River. Mahatma Buddha attained enlightenment by sitting under it. Friends, at that time, teachings were given in the ashram. The teachings given at that time fit perfectly in today's time. Hemu's childhood went well. Slowly, he also started growing up. It is said that when the burden of responsibilities falls on our head, then our real test takes place. In childhood, when our parents' hand is on our head, we do not know anything. But when we have to earn for ourselves, then only our real struggle and courage is recognized. Hemu also grew up and became capable of earning. It was the rainy season. The wind was blowing very fast and hail was also falling. The wind was blowing so fast that it seemed that it would uncover the feet and carry them away. Hemu had 2 bulls at home. His farm work was going on with the help of the bulls, but the storm and rain were so strong that the bulls were getting drenched in the rain. As soon as the mother came out to bring the drenched oxen into the shade, she slipped and broke her back. Then his mother could never walk properly. A lot of money was spent on her treatment, but still there was no significant effect. Slowly time passed. Hemu's mother now mostly used to lie on her bed. Hemu went out of the house in search of a job because now he needed money. Only then the household work could be done easily. So he went out of the house in search of work. The money he had taken with him was all spent in a day or two. Hemu got work at many places, but he could stay there only for a few days. Due to his way of working, his bosses would get dissatisfied and would fire him. This happened with him everywhere. Wherever he went, he would work for a few days and then he would be fired from there because he had not learned any work properly. He had many shortcomings. Hemu had understood that there was something lacking in him, due to which he was being driven away from everywhere. Now he needed a guru who could teach him a lesson, who can show him the right path, because in such times, if someone shows the right path, then a person's life is ruined because these are difficult times. In such times, a person needs to be very careful. Hemu was sitting in a garden, disappointed and troubled. Then he saw some Buddhist monks returning from the village with alms bowl and their utensils. They were heading towards the ashram. When Hemu saw them, he started following them. While following them, he also reached the ashram. When some children of the ashram saw Hemu, they thought that he was a thief. They started shouting that a thief had entered the ashram. Then some children of Dwara caught him and brought him to the ashram. He started praying to them with folded hands and said, "O Mahatma, I am not a thief. I am a person who has lost in life. There is nothing left in my life. I have a mother, her back is broken, and she lies on the bed. A lot of money was spent on her treatment. Only a little farmland was left, which my father sold. I started working to earn money. I am wandering here and there in search of wherever I go, I get fired from my job. I try my best to give my 100%, and I don't know what happens that wherever I go, after a few days, my boss gets angry with me and fires me from there." Saying this, Hemu started crying. Friends, who will not cry in such bad times? Then the head monk of that ashram reaches there. He orders everyone to leave and reaches Hemu and understands his problems. The head monk listens to the problems of that young man very carefully. The head monk tells the young man that, "Son, don't cry. You will not go anywhere for 10 days. In these 10 days, we will change your whole life. Your lost confidence will return. But in these 10 days, whatever work I tell you to do, you will have to do that. If you agree to me in 10 days, then people will yearn to get you and you will go very far in life. You just have to stay here for 10 days, and whatever I say, you have to do the way I say." For the next 2 days, the head monk gives him the work of watering the plants. He fills water in the plants, and the head monk watches his work. Then the head monk asks him to beg for alms for the next 2 days. He goes to the village and begs for alms. In this way, for 5 days, the Buddhist monk watches Himu in his work, how he is working, what is lacking in his work. The head monk keeps watching all this. But Himu does not realize that the head monk is keeping an eye on his work. On the evening of the 5th day, the head monk tells Himu that the next day you come to us after taking a bath in the river. Now we will not send you anywhere. Somehow Himu sleeps in that ashram that night, and as soon as he wakes up in the morning, he goes to the river, and after taking a bath there, he goes back to the head monk. He greets the Buddhist monk and sits near him. Himu says, "O Mahatma, 5 days have passed, but you have not given any knowledge. You have not told me anything. Now only 5 days are left. Now I am again facing the same obstacle. You will get to live a life like this because for 5 days I got food easily in this ashram." He could easily fill his stomach by eating the food of the ashram, but after 5 days his worry started increasing again. The guru could easily read the worry on his face and said that, "Himu, we have seen your mistakes in these 5 days. Why are people driving you away? Why is no one hiring you? And why are you failing everywhere? I have come to know all this now. Now I am telling you 7 such ways which will remove your shortcomings as well as increase your self-confidence." The Buddhist monk tells Himu that the first way to increase your self-confidence is to first do small tasks, and first of all, make a goal to do those small tasks. If you do small tasks first, then you will get the experience of doing small tasks, and your self-confidence will also start increasing gradually because you have learned to do small tasks, and the lessons you have learned from those tasks will take you very far in life. If you do small tasks, then you will get the experience of doing small tasks, and your self-confidence will also start increasing gradually because you have learned to do small tasks, and the lessons you have learned from those tasks will take you very far in life. If you don't know how to do big things, then how will you be able to do them? This is the reason why people used to throw you out of their house. People used to throw you out of your job. That is why in life, when you pay attention to every small thing, recognize your small mistakes, then your confidence will start increasing, and then only you will be able to achieve your goal when you get the experience of doing small things. Then the confidence in you will start awakening slowly, and that confidence will start growing. It will increase so much that you will be able to do big tasks very easily. Talking about the ways to increase self-confidence, Mahatma explains the second way and says make a habit of practicing. When you want to do some work, no matter what it is, first get good information about it, and when you get sufficient information about that work, then you start doing that work. If you do that work without information, then your time will also be wasted and you will not be able to complete that work. That is why when you are going to do some work, first get information about it. When you get information about it, then start doing that work. If you do it for 1 day or 2 days, then you will not be able to do that work that well. But if you practice it day by day, then one day you will be able to do that work very well and will also learn it well. Therefore, to increase self-confidence in life, practice is very important. Suppose you want to learn swordsmanship, then first you should get good information about swordsmanship, and when you get good information about swordsmanship and sword, then you should practice. And when you practice a lot, then you will become expert in that work, and then the confidence inside you will gradually increase, and it will tell you that you can do this work. That is why, if you want to increase confidence in your life and get success, then practice is very important. The more you practice, the less mistakes you will make. The less a person practices, the more mistakes he makes. Practice removes your weakness. A good commander practices a lot on his art of war. Only then he becomes a good commander. Only then he is called a good warrior. Then further, Pradhan explains the third way to increase self-confidence and says, try to know yourself. Try to know about your weaknesses and strengths. If you know about your weaknesses, then you can definitely do whatever work you are doing in a very good way. And if you know your strengths, then also you can do it very well. You can do very well. Suppose you have to be recruited as the army commander of the king. You have not practiced the art of war that you have learned. If you do not even know your weakness, then your opponent can defeat you in swordsmanship. But if you know your weakness, then you will not give a chance to the opponent. So try to understand your weakness and practice it many times so that the opponent can never defeat you. Then the Buddhist monk tells Hamu that you used to go to work, but you did not know about your weakness, due to which your boss used to catch your weakness very quickly. And when someone will catch your weakness, then your countdown will start from there. So try to know your weakness, and when you will know about your weakness, then no one can defeat you. While telling the fourth way to increase self-confidence, Mahatma says that you have learned to practice, you have also known your weakness. But if you do not have control over yourself, then all this will be meaningless. So control yourself. To bring self-confidence in the mind, first of all, control and calm your mind. When your mind is controlled and calm, then you will be able to concentrate more on your work. And when you start concentrating on your work, the scope of making mistakes will start reducing. That is why it is very important to control and calm the mind. Regarding the fifth way to increase self-confidence, he tells the head monk Himu to respect himself and others as well. Learn that whatever achievement you have got, you should feel respected in it. You should be proud of yourself that I have done this work. When you are proud of yourself, then your self-power, your self-confidence will start increasing, and when your self-confidence starts increasing, then no work will seem impossible for you. Therefore, if you want to increase your self-confidence, then you should feel respected by your small achievements. Because when you feel respected, then the hormone inside you increases. Your thoughts will start becoming good, and if your thoughts are good, then your actions will start getting correct automatically. Your self-confidence will also increase. Then Pradhan Bhikshu, while telling about the sixth way of increasing self-confidence, says that you must take out time for yourself, no matter how busy you are in life. But if you are not taking out time for yourself, then everything you have done is useless, because when you spend time alone with yourself, then you will try to know yourself. You will think alone about the mistakes of the whole day. What good has happened to us today, and what bad has happened? What could I have done better which I did not do? When you spend time alone with yourself, then you will come to know all these things automatically. So take out time for yourself once a day. Think about your body. Think good about yourself, and when your thoughts are good, you will think good about yourself. Then your self-confidence will start increasing automatically. Pradhan Bhikshu further says that do not let time go waste. Your time is very precious. Pradhan Bhikshu further says that never let time go waste because your time is very precious. Do not waste your time like this. Do not waste your time with people because that time never comes back again. Those who waste time have to regret it later, because if you do every work at the right time, then you will not have fear of anything. You will not worry that I will never be able to do this. When you do every work at the right time and use your time properly, then your self-power and self-confidence will start rising automatically. The more a person wastes time, the more time wastes him later. So understand the value of time and do not waste it. Pradhan Bhikshu, while telling about the seventh way to build self-confidence, says, take care of your body. If your health is good, then only you can do something in life. You may have made a million preparations. You may have practiced a lot, but if your health is not good, then you will not be able to do anything. That is why pay a lot of attention to your health. It is necessary for this that you do yoga and exercise daily. Try to sit in meditation posture daily. Yogasana keeps our body healthy. When our body is healthy, only then good thoughts will arise in our mind, and when good thoughts arise in our mind, then we can do our work in a better way. Our ability to think and understand increases so that we can do our work in a very good way. Friends, the chief monk says to Himu that, son, if you adopt these 7 things of mine in your life, then no one can stop you from moving forward in life because your self-confidence will definitely bring you success. The chief monk says to Himu that, Hamu, you spend 15 more days here with me, practice before that, then I will send you to the king. After 15 days, the chief monk sends Hamu to the king. The king is very impressed by Hamu's working style, and he includes him as his army leader, due to which his life starts going very well. So I hope if all of you also follow these, if you adopt these 7 methods in your life, then you can also increase your self-confidence. And when your self-confidence increases, then you can achieve anything in your life. So friends, I hope you have learned a lot from this video, and if you have learned something, then please like and share this video and subscribe to Siddharth2X channel, and also write Namo Buddha in the comment. Thank you.